Welcome to Fandango's Big Ticket. Poor Things is our big ticket movie of the week.
He made me laugh from day one. he's being modest. This is a trick.
No, because even in the middle of rehearsal, I was like, "Do you want to send me home, Yorgos? I can't get the accent. I don't, you know."
The joke was Oscar Isaac was working in the other part of the studio, and he kept on saying, "I know he's here to replace me. I know he's here to replace me." It was a gag.
I was sure. And one day he put him up to it. He comes into rehearsal and Oscar's like, "Hey man, good job, but it's time to go home."
You did not.
Yes, he did.
You're a prankster, Mr. Defoe.
He's so naughty.
That's part of the bonding process.
It was.
Get your tickets now on Fandango.com. In theaters this week, Emma Stone leading the way in a black comedy and an anime fantasy flick with a star-studded voice cast. It's all coming up this week on Big Ticket.
This is Bella.
Bye.
Bella, this is Mr. McCandles.
Hello, Bella.
Starting off with the film Poor Things. This one is turning heads for a few reasons, but look no further than that impressive cast. With Emma Stone leading the way, it also features names like Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe, Rami Youssef, and Jared Carmichael. Based on the 1992 novel of the same name by Alistair Gray, Poor Things follows a young Victorian woman, played by Stone, who is resurrected by a scientist. Then she runs off with a corrupt lawyer to really find herself. Yep, you heard all that right. It sounds like my 2023. The Yorgos Lanthimos directed film premiered at the Venice Film Festival in September and earned the festival's highest honor, so that's a good sign. And speaking of Lanthimos, his impressive resume is highlighted by a few Oscar noms for movies like The Favorite, also featuring Stone, and The Lobster.
Dear mother, she's awaiting your rescue. I'll be your guide.
Also hitting theaters this week is the Japanese animated fantasy film The Boy and the Heron. This fantastical world comes complete with a talking gray heron, of course, and was written and directed by the famous Hayao Miyazaki, a co-founder of Studio Ghibli and one of the most accomplished filmmakers in the history of animation. And speaking of Studio Ghibli, which is behind The Boy and the Heron, it is responsible for 5 of the 10 highest-grossing anime films in the history of Japan, including the Oscar-winning film Spirited Away. How cool is that? The movie also comes with a star-studded English-speaking voice cast that has stepped into the roles for its release in America. That includes Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale, Gemma Chan, Dave Bautista, Florence Pugh, Mark Hamill, and the list goes on. Seriously. Well, that's it for this week's Big Ticket. Plenty of variety and star power in just 2 picks. Who knew? And don't forget, you can get your tickets to both of these right now at Fandango.com. Thanks for watching Fandango's Big Ticket. See you next week.